No, sacrifice is a strong word. It definitely, I think, describes what Kevin did on his trip. But you're still making an effort, and that's, I think, really important. And not just on your part, but also your parents. You're both, you know, taking the time to make that happen every day. That's a big deal. You
Yeah.
can't put that down.
And I think I'm probably just it's probably just in my head, right? It's not on their side. They're just happy to, hey, my son wants to talk to me. Like
Mm.
that's pretty cool. Like if my daughter just made that much effort of to just like communicate with me, like, hey, the other
Sadie, are
day
you
my
listening?
daughter sent me a
Call
message.
your
Uh,
dad.
well, my daughter sent me a cacao message the other day. She just wrote, it was really cute. She's like, "Have you ever had cheese with sprinkles?" And I was like, I have, she hasn't, sent me a message just to talk about something random forever. So I'm like, did you send this to the wrong person or something? What are you talking about? Like cheese with sprinkles. She's like, no, have you ever tried it before? And I'm like, no, I've never had cheese with sprinkles. And she's like, oh, it's really good. You should try it. So obviously she was just reaching out to me. I think in that moment she was just like, I'm gonna talk to my dad and whatever's on my mind, in that moment. She just eaten cheese with sprinkles. And
The hell are cheese? What kind of sprinkles are you putting on cheese?
Yeah,
Is
you
it
got to
like
get
ice
to the
cream
bottom of the
sprinkles?
I
story.
don't
Yeah,
know.
what,
I never really, I
never
just
learned
assumed
that?
it was like cupcake sprinkles, but you put it on
Yeah,
like
that's what I
cheese.
assume.
Yeah.
That's just weird.
Cheese?
I
What
don't
kind of
know. Yeah.
cheese?
I'm
I'm hoping
assuming
I'm hoping this
American,
is like a
probably.
dorm room experiment and not like a commercial
Maybe.
product.
I don't,
That's
maybe what do we have in the room? All right, I've got some
What kind
cheese,
of cheese
I've
and
got
what
some
kind of
sprinkles.
sprinkles? I need to know
All right.
at this point.
oh
Next
man,
episode
I had a student, just a nice digression. I had a student who did a presentation. He came back from military service. He was fresh off the boat back here. And he was talking about how where he was stationed, he when they had leave, he didn't have the ability to get back home. He was far away wherever he was stationed. So they would go to the Pyeongjam to the convenience stores, and that was like their fun thing to do. Would be to get their cup
Yeah.
ramen and whatever, and they
little
would have their
snacks. Yeah.
snacks. But what they did was they had not like a competition, but it was yeah, kind of a competition, like who could make the coolest thing with all this garbage. So he
Right.
had all these really funny recipes, and they're all things you could do at the Pyeongjam in the convenience store with the
Right.
microwave, with the cheeses they have, the sausage sticks, the dried fish, everything. And they would make stews and all
Nice.
this stuff and just throw parties there. Yeah, looked
That's awesome.
disgusting. Yeah, just the sprinkles on cheese made me think of it.
No, it was, yeah.
Mm.
I didn't even think about that actually. I was just so amused that she had reached out to
It's
me.
like
I was
my
just like,
daughter's
my
messaged
daughter's
me.
talking to me. Oh my God, like I just want to keep this conversation going.